the memory shortage. It's one of the biggest issues gripping the tech industry right now, and definitely for solution providers. My name is Dylan Martin. I am a senior editor at CRN, and I wrote the new cover story about how the memory shortage is hurting profitability for solution providers. And what caused the memory shortage? Well, it's all of these AI data centers being built across the world, being built by the likes of Meta, Microsoft, Amazon, you name it, all the hyperscalers, even the so-called neocloud providers. All of these AI data centers require high-end memory chips, and that is consuming a significant portion of the production capacity in the world. And that is causing DRAM chips and NAND chips being used for SSDs. Those components are becoming harder to come by, and that's causing the prices to go up in everything from PCs to servers, other kinds of data center products. The OEMs, Dell Technologies, Lenovo, you name it. All of these OEMs are really trying to figure out the way to protect themselves, but also provide the best guidance to partners on how to get ahead of price increases and how to get supply. But it has been extremely tricky for many solution providers. One of the biggest changes that we are seeing are in ordering terms. The price quote windows getting much shorter. The price quotes used to be a month or longer. Now the price quote windows are going down to 14 days or fewer days in some cases. And there's a lot of customers of solution providers who, for one, can't move that fast in making an order. But the other issue is, even when orders are made, there are some vendors that can't promise that the price will change before the product ships out. I had a quote from this president of Compugen, Harry Zarek. He said, "We're now in hand-to-hand combat on every customer and every procurement." Another solution provider, AdviseX, I spoke to its CEO, CR Howdyshell, and he told me that there was a server deal he was working on with a customer. AdviseX sent the purchase order to the distributor later that day, and that distribution executive failed to act on approving the order quickly, and that resulted in the price of the order increasing by $300,000. Because this was a new customer, he didn't want to pass on the increased price. So AdviseX ate most of the cost overrun, and the distributor took a little bit of that. And so that's just one example of how the memory shortage is eating into margins. Some vendors are suspending or pausing certain incentive programs. Cisco, for instance, canceled its deal registration promotion for compute products like servers. And some solution providers were surprised by this. And, at least some of them not happy either, because that is something that can help them keep their margin. Solution providers are now grappling with whether to pass on the price increases to customers, whether to absorb the markup and take a hit on margin, or walk away from deals altogether. What can solution providers do to battle these issues? I think the biggest one is just to try to get customers to order as fast as possible, because the price increases of PCs, servers, et cetera, is just expected to keep going for the rest of the year. And we're seeing CEOs of various large companies, including HPE, saying that the memory shortage is going to persist until at least 2027. Intel CEO said until 2028. Solution providers are definitely looking more into selling software and services. For some of them, hardware represents such a big part of their revenue. An executive at Insight Enterprises, he said that they're, for one, taking advantage of their client-owned inventory program where customers can order ahead and have Insight hold their devices if they're not ready to accept them, so that they can protect against future price increases. The Insight executive also talked about programs that can help customers extend the life cycles of their current devices. We'll definitely be hearing more about this in the coming months. Continue to follow this issue on crn.com.